that you tell us why UK.
I'm British.
Number two is
No problem.
you work with schools. What is UK? Hello viewers, this is Karedi Talks. Welcome once again to Karedi Talks. And today is another day that I am bringing you a very special guest. She's going to introduce herself. Karedi Talks is moving up higher every day. So please, Nubian Queen, introduce yourself to your camera and let's get to know who you are.
Hi, my name is Nubian Queen, and I am the co-founder, vocal and performance coach of UK Talent Train. So we train performing arts talents to basically build their confidence and get them to the highest standard as possible and give them careers and opportunity that they wouldn't ordinarily find in Kenya, but they can find abroad.
Right. Please, you've talked about UK talent train. And my viewers don't know what that is. So maybe we can start by actually telling them what is UK talent train so they can understand what it is.
Okay. So I just explained it briefly, but just to go in a bit more detail. So UK Talent Train, we're a music and entertainment company. So we look for singers, dancers, comedians, anything to do with performing arts talent, and we train them in the best way possible. So we train them in vocal, performance, a little bit of dancing, and now drama. Once we train them, they go through different stages, and then from that, now that we know that they are trained, then they get an invitation from UK Talent Train now to basically say, trained, that you're up to our standard. Now we can start getting like jobs for you.
Okay. This is Education Matters, and so we concentrate on matters education. And I know my guest would be wondering then why you. So first is that there's the word UK. UK. I would like you to expound on that so that you tell us why UK. Number two is, do you work with schools?
Yeah. Well, why UK? Because I'm British, man. Can you not hear it from the accent? I'm British, so yeah. That's why we have UK and then the train behind it. Yeah. What was your second?
Do you work with schools?
Yes. We work with many schools from all over the globe. We've worked with schools from Jamaica, from the UK, of course, Tanzania, Ghana, and now Kenya.
Right. So we are going international.
Yes.
Great.
Right.
But I have a very a great interest in understanding this. One, you have traveled in different countries. You were born and raised in the UK.
Yeah.
And so you are actually British. So you studied in the UK yourself. And so how, but again, you have traveled in different countries. But I would like us to concentrate on education in the UK, education in Jamaica, and I am mentioning Jamaica because I know that you are married in Jamaica.
And I'm half Jamaican, by the way.
Oh, you're half
My parents are
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Oh, yes, great. So, and then so Jamaica, and then we talk about Kenya because I believe now you are living in Kenya. So, can you tell us about the differences in, for example, those three countries in terms of education, and what should we borrow from each other?
Okay. Whew. There's a lot there. Where do I start? First of all, the UK system is free for British citizens. So that's an advantage that I have over a lot of people. In Jamaica, I'm not too sure because I haven't lived there.
Okay.
So I can't speak too much on that, but I can give some little insight of that. With the UK now, the best thing is that from like I have a son who's 3 years old now. Here, I'm finding that everything you have to pay for. Whereas in UK, my son is 2 years old, he can go to nursery for free. for a certain amount of hours, part time. Um, in Jamaica, I'm not
Very
too
sure about it.
Yeah. So that is one of the main difference. It's free. Also, this is something very debatable in terms of the quality of education. I would say that to some extent, the UK education quality is slightly better. But the reason why I say debatable because I find, like for example, in Kenya, I've been to some performing arts schools and universities. The quality is top. It's really, really top. In fact, it can put some of the institutions in UK to shame. I can admit that. So that's another thing.
Do you have something you can point out on that? Like, for example, what kind of which university did you visit in Kenya that you feel they have that quality?
Not sure what it's called, but it's one of the main ones here that deals with musical theatre. Maybe you might know. I'm not sure.
Is it Kenyatta University?
No. Definitely not that one. This one, it deals specifically in musical theatre and performing arts in terms of the BA. Not sure.
Where is it located?
Town, I'm not sure.
In town, okay.
Yeah, I did some research. I did some research on that about a year ago, actually, because I was looking around to see what other institutions work on. I cannot remember.
Okay. No problem. Yes.
Yeah, so that's another thing. What else? Yeah, so the quality, the freeness, those are two huge things. Also, yes. The route in which you take. So, for example, in the UK, you go to nursery, primary, secondary, college. And what we call college is different from what Kenyans call college. Our college is basically after you've done your GCSEs, which here you call it what? The KC?
IGCSE.
IGCSE, that's equivalent.
Yes, to GCE.
GCSE.
GCSE, yes.
But the other one, the KCS, is it the KCSE?
KCSE.
Yeah, the KCSE.
The O level now.
We don't call that O level. So, so you have, after secondary, you do your GCSE or IGSE equivalent. You go to college. Now, the college, it is basically a stepping stone from that to say, okay, let me dibble a little bit let me test like something new skill. That's the first level. Then you go to university. But what I found in Kenya that you can go straight from secondary straight to university.
University, yes.
Yeah, you can't do that in the UK. So I think that's been something that's like been an eye opener for me. I think I prefer the UK way because I don't feel like you're ready as yet to go straight into university education, because college gives you that room to explore a little bit because you're just fresh out of school. You want to test something new. Okay, maybe you want to do art, or maybe you want to test, you want to do carpentry. You're not 100% sure. Not everyone's 100% sure. So it gives you that avenue to play about for a year, at least a year or two, before you decide, okay, yeah, this is exactly what I want to do. And let me go apply to university and get a master's or get a bachelor's, whatever you want to do.
Let me ask, this college, are you talking about, by that time, have you done your A levels or you just did your O levels?
You've just done your A levels.
Yeah, A levels, then you go to college.
It's slightly different because after secondary, that's when you can do your A levels. You do your A levels in college, but only if you wish. You don't have to.
Yes, you can either go to a diploma, because actually even the courses in A levels are called diplomas.
Right.
Yes, the BTech and so on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand what you mean. Now, in our current education system in Kenya, we are talking about senior school after junior school. And junior school, someone is around 14 years by the time they finish junior school. then they join senior school, which is 3 years.
Right.
And these 3 years, they're choosing a career path, but it isn't like now what you're talking about in A levels, where it's a diploma. So it's actually college, and you
Right.
can actually opt in or opt out. Here, it's a must in program.
Right.
But in GCSE or in IGCSE, it is, you can actually either go to A levels or opt to go to college.
Okay.
But here is that you can only go to senior school.
Right.
And this senior school, you're choosing a career path. And that career path actually propels you to what now you will do in the university,
Right.
or again in college.
Right. I'm understanding. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. So it's totally
So
different.
it's
We don't
totally
have senior.
different. Yes.
We don't have something separate from senior. So
Yes.
our junior and our senior, they're combined together.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So from primary, that's like 5 years up until like 12 years. Then the next stage is the secondary, which you will say now is like a junior. Then that goes all the way up until like 16. Then from there, you choose to go college for about 2 years. Then you go into university. Yeah, so it's totally different.
Now, you living here in Kenya, and I will ask you a very personal question. So you living here in Kenya, and your children have to school in a Kenyan system,
Right.
and you did a British system, but your daughter is
Yes.
in the UK. So why is your daughter not doing her career in Kenya? She's in the UK.
Okay. 2 things.
Yeah.
I got one daughter who's here. Okay, let me backtrack a little bit.
Right.
When we was in the UK, I actually pulled them out of the education system. When my oldest daughter, when she was 8 years old, we decided to take her out of the education system based on, okay, I'm gonna make this interesting.
Yeah.
So what we find that racism is a lot in the UK. Now you find it more within the workplace, but it's subtle. You know, they have their ways of doing it. But within, at a young age, for an 8-year-old, as we say, the primary, it's there, but the child wouldn't pick up on it, but the adult can pick up on it. Like, just for example, we'll find that the lighter, or you guys say, they will get chosen first for certain things, whereas the darker child will be less. So I saw all of that, and favoritism amongst children. So we decided to pull her out. I decided that I was going to home education. So coming over now to this part of the world, we said, okay, it's going to be really difficult for you to go straight into the Kenyan system. It's totally different. I did some research and actually found that the British system, or should I say the international, education is much better. So we decided to go on that route. But financially, it didn't make sense. Why am I sending her to an international school to pay so much fees?
A lot of money.
And I can just take it to the UK and it's free. So that's why we say goodbye. We shipped her over for a little bit, just purely on financial reasons for now. Now, the other daughter that I have, she's now 8. Same thing. We said, okay, she's younger. Let's give her a little taste of the Kenyan system. So we actually put her in a Kenyan system school. It wasn't bad. It's okay. And she's getting on okay. But then I felt like, no, I think she needs to go more to international, just because of the standard is just more our like, or my liking. So, yeah.
So currently she's doing IGCSE?
No. I decided to home educate.
Okay.
In the end.
In the end.
After all of that. After all of that. So she's doing a little bit online and a little bit with myself. Which is challenging, I must say. But yeah, I think I'm going to end up putting it back.
Great. So what do you think as a parent we should do in our Kenyan education system to accommodate a parent like you, a parent who is exposed in terms of education structures, in terms of even, so what should we do? Even our government, what should we do to make education fit for our people?
Are we talking about the public, or are we talking about international or state?
Everything.
Okay. Let me start with, for me, and I'm going to speak on behalf of the diaspora.
Yes.
What we found is that, like, for example, when I took my daughter to a Kenyan school, the 8-year-old, one of the biggest factors and very traumatizing was the beating.
That was in a public school?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have never come across that before. We don't even beat our children. They're so obedient. I just give them the look.
And they know what you
know.
mean. Yes.
They know. Don't play with mommy. Don't play with daddy. They know. Same for in the schools in the UK. It's actually illegal to beat them. Go to prison. So we've never come across that. So when her first day of school, first week, she came back traumatized, crying, "Mom, oh my God, someone got beaten. Her son got beat with a ruler." I was like, what?
So it's not even her who got beaten.
Exactly.
But the fact that she saw someone else being beaten.
Yes.
Oh, teachers, are you hearing this?
Yeah.
Traumatizing children.
Traumatizing. I mean, from the West perspective, we see it as you don't have to beat them all the time. Sometimes when you beat them, it's just going through one ear, or it makes them more scared to do something.
There's a book I'm writing. I've not finished it, but there's a book I'm writing. I call it Raising a Fearless Child.
With you on that. Exactly.
Yes.
So that is one thing. Cut out the beating. There's other ways to discipline. Even in Tanzania, like when we used to go to the schools and do training and stuff like that, the first time I had ever witnessed it, over there is worse. They bend their children over. You can see their bottoms. They're all lined up. And the teacher goes one by one.
With the stick.
Yes. Stick.
Yes.
The first time I saw that, I was like, "Oh my God!"
It looked like seeing a giant.
Yes.
It was shocking.
It was shocking.
We went through that every day of our lives in schooling.
Hey. For real.
Yeah. Actually, you'd get beaten by the teacher, and then you go home. Same thing by the parents. Down.
I saw it. I saw it in Tanzania, and it got to the point where I had to step in and actually speak to the principal, speak to the teachers. Like, no, please, in my presence, don't do that. Wait for me to leave, because I just can't. I physically can't.
You can't actually imagine a child going through that. Yes. But let me tell you something. Maybe a history back to it. You know where it started?
I'm just guessing. It must go back to slavery, some kind of subconscious. Something there.
It's actually colonial. That's what the white man used to do to us.
Exactly.
So they borrowed it from the colonial government, and because the school was colonial, even the schools that missionaries were teaching, actually the missionaries themselves used to beat the black children the same way. Exactly. So it started there, and then our parents, because our grandfathers were whipped the same way, they saw it and they understood that it was put in their mentality that the only way to remove foolishness from an African is to beat them. So it has actually
exactly.
But culturally, beating was not there in our tradition.
I know, and that's why I couldn't physically see it. So that was one thing that was very, very true. I don't even like to think about it. So that's one thing. Like I said, let me go back to that. Finish up quickly. What I feel the government can do is implement other measures of discipline. Like, for example, as a child, you get maybe 3 warnings the most. Go stand in the corner. I feel that if you put shame on a child in front of the whole class, that traumatizes them. Because no one wants to be embarrassed by their peers. Make them stand up at the front of the class for the whole lesson with a book on top of their head, hopping on one foot. no child wants to do that, but the rest of the class is laughing. No one wants to do that. You know, there's other measures you can do. In the West, we have something called detention. I don't know if you do that here.
We do it, but not in. Okay, here we have schools in different levels.
Right, right.
So, like where I teach, we do detentions. Children are they have 3 detentions at most. After 3 detentions, they would go for 2 weeks suspension.
Okay.
But for the 3 detentions, they come to school on Saturday and they do community work.
For us, boy, we'll be writing the same thing. So, for example, if you're in detention for being late,
yes,
I will not be late. I will not be late. You have to do pages and pages and pages of that until time's up.
So you're given a detention, you write that repeatedly.
Over and over till your hand is tired.
Yeah.
Right. Then you can go home. Yeah. If it's like really, really bad cases, then yeah, suspension after speaking with the parents and so on. Yeah, so that is one thing. Another thing, I think that the government could also more of, well, I was going to say more teacher-parent communication, but I do see that a lot here.
It is
that,
there.
Yeah,
but it depends on which type of a school, again.
Yeah.
Because there's, for the private schools, it will be there, but
yeah,
maybe for the public schools,
it's not
as
much.
There. Yes.
Yeah, so try and implement that more, because it's good to have the parents understanding what the kids are doing and communicating. It just helps the learning a little bit. I think also, yes, another big one. Another big one. It's not found in the international schools as such, but in the state schools, I'm finding that, let me give you an example. I went to school in the Kenya training. I think it was the Kenya girls. My goodness, their schedule, and these are teenagers. They're waking up like 4 o'clock in the morning. Cleaning.
I relate. I relate.
No. For us, that is child labor. We call that child labor. That would never happen in the West. So, for speaking on behalf of the diaspora, if we was going to put, well, we wouldn't, because it just wouldn't work for us. For us, that's like child labor, and we understand that a child needs certain hours of sleep. A child needs, they need time to digest what they are learning. Because, well, I find, like I said, in that school, the Kenya girls, for example, 4 o'clock a.m., wake up, do their chores, whatever, cleaning, scrubbing, whatever, and then straight into class, 7 o'clock.
It's like we are training military officers.
Yes.
I've seen it. I was once in Kahuhia Girls, a very big school in this country, and I had to sleep over there because it's something we were doing early morning.
Yeah.
And at 3 a.m., I think 4 a.m., I had steps. And I was like, is the school on fire? What is happening? Okay.
Yeah.
And we got out of our guest house and students were running in the morning at 4 a.m.
Yes.
And I'm asking, what is happening? They're going for preps. What is it? Why?
And you find a lot of them, they don't finish like until 9 o'clock at night.
Yes.
And they have to go back and do it again at 4 o'clock.
It's a cycle.
It's too much.
It's too much. I agree with you.
We couldn't do that.
Yes, I agree with you. It's too much. That day, I made a decision that my children, I'm not going to a public school.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how big the school is.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to create robots. Oh,
see, you got the West mindset.
Yes.
You're one of us.
Yes, I don't want to create robots. I want human beings who can reason for themselves, and they have to do that if they're not plastic.
Yes.
Their kind of lifestyle.
Exactly. So let me talk directly to the government.
Yes, please.
Please, it's very important, okay, that you give the child some downtime. They are not robots. Okay,
Yeah.
slavery time is done now.
Yes.
Slavery time is done. If you want a child to succeed, you have to stop beating them into learning. It doesn't help. It scares them and makes them more terrified. And in some cases, you find that, especially like in the state schools or poorer state schools, they are late or they don't have correct uniform because they are poor. Or sometimes you find that their family has so much, there's domestic violence or whatever, and they have to come to school with that. But they even had food to eat. So the beating, it doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
And overworking them. Bruto, overworking them. It is not helping. We are not robots.
Yes, the education system needs to change. But I actually think it's not so much on the government. It's actually so much on the teachers, the way we train our teachers, the way I always say it's about relearning.
That
Because
I can agree on.
yes, it's all about relearning because I went through that system personally. I got out. I know the disadvantage of going through that system because they have worked negatively in my life.
Right.
And I changed my mentality about education and how I should be a different teacher by being taught, taken through career development classes in a school, an international school that I was teaching. And I've changed my mentality towards education. And I am a different teacher because I went through that kind of a system. I always tell people that when I got my first job in an international school, day one, first the person who was taking me around the school, he told me, here we don't have teachers and students' toilets. We use the same toilets. And because teachers are no more special than students, everyone is equal.
Right.
I could not understand. I had come from a place where teachers' toilets are teachers' toilets.
Yes, separate.
Staff.
Yeah.
So it was so hard for me to adapt on that. But then I went out for break and I wanted to send some child to go and get me a chair from the staff room to where I was.
Right.
So I said some kids were playing, very small kids, and I called one of them. I told her, hey, can you come? She came, very obedient.
Yeah.
I told her, I want to send you to the staff room to get me a seat. Say, no, sir, I'm busy playing.
Okay.
I was like, where is this? Because I was used, when you tell a child you want to send them, they run.
So this is what, in an international school?
Yes, in an international
school.
Okay,
I can chime in on that.
Okay.
When you're done, yeah.
But if you look at it, even to date, if you go to our public schools, we still have teachers even sending our children outside the gate of the school to the shops to buy them something. You know how sad that is?
Yeah.
So they're not even looking the safety of the children, which is sad.